of sucks because every tournament we've gone to, it's always been an MB team kill. And every time it happens, we just scream, MB team kill.
What does Mindbreaker come from? Or like, what is the crew?
So Mindbroken was created.
Mindbroken, sorry.
Yeah, Mindbroken was created by Disaster in the early life of the DFW Melee scene. This is when Disaster was a Falcon player for Dallas Fort Worth. Pretty prominent Falcon in the early stages when Wobbles was getting there. But once again, it was like in the infancy of DFW Melee. Still starting out pretty young. I know it had, oh my goodness. I don't know. We're trying to revive the DFW Melee, or PM scene, I would have to say, through Mindbroken.
Oh, okay.
Just because it has a lot of like community leaders in it, and it just so happens that we all care about the game.
That was a great tech, Wonder.
Now, I do have to say, with how both of these players have been playing in recency and in matchup, it's always been in Studebaker's favor.
I'd say, I know that this is Studebaker's, from what I've understood, it's Studebaker's game to lose. But Wonder's a really good player.
Yes, and I think as of recently, it's been due to Studebaker's rise to fame.
Yeah.
In both in-game and out-of-game, on commentary and in gameplay.
Commentary is some of my favorite.
Yeah, and he's leveled up a bunch with his Luigi, making sure that just staying to his fundamentals, as long as he can hold stage control and opt off of his like incredible, well, once again, fundamentals, he's gonna do well. Now, Wonder,
picks that up.
Wonder, also known as Icon Man.
Wonder is a top 6 for 6. I know he's like seed here today.
Yeah.
But he's also a top 10 player in Icons. Phenomenal Ashani.
He's been playing Melee and Project M for years. I think it's been like 4 to 5 years that he's been playing platform fighters. So when it comes to this, he's been on the rise and on the PR for a while, but Studebaker just taking his place. It's definitely a hard swallow to pill, or hard pill to swallow.
I know what you meant.
Oh my goodness.
Gets that down throw mix up.
And it's just Stude making sure that he can play that low and slow compared to what we've been seeing with
Stude wants to control the game at his own pace.
Yeah.
Luigi does not do well when he tries to play against the Fox playing at Fox speed.
Yeah.
But if Luigi can make a Fox play at Luigi speed, yeah, he's got it.
Both players are very low and slow, incredibly fundamental, because they both have derived their play from Melee.
Phenomenal shine. Kills him at 13%.
Yeah.
And we now see Wonder up for the first time.
Yeah, and still working off of his mentality. Stu trying to get a hold. I like to say that his skill as a player usually derives from his lawnmower type mentality. It's hard to like get it revving, but once it's on, and it's really hard to cool off. So
I know that Stude recently has been tweeting about feeling pressure for now being like more recognized and being on some PRs.
Yeah.
That like he's trying to figure out how to deal with the pressure of the like, I'm supposed to win this now.
Yeah.
I have something. I now have something to lose, not just something to prove.
It's probably the most humbling standpoint that we've seen for Studebaker in a while, just because in the last year or so, this is when he's been, or even in the last 6 months, this is when he's been on the PR. So just making sure that...
And that shine, if he can do it again. All right, gets back up. And this is now Luigi's game.
Yeah.
Oh, that kills off the top. This dude leans back.
Yeah.
One of the only people that's taller than his DX Racer chair. It looks, you can see it on his face.
Look at both of these players. Look at their just body language.
Yep.
Wonder is focused. He is leaned forward, head down, making sure that he is just focused on the win. Studebaker, it looks like he's
trying to get into it, but you saw it right when that loss, like he had to shake it off.
And I'm telling you, it's that lawnmower mentality.
If he's able to get it revved up, then maybe we can see a game 3 coming out from him.
And I think seeing Studebaker in his prime, when he is motivated and like incredibly successful, it's great to watch him.
Oh, he's terrifying when he's got it going.
Oh yeah, his combo potential.
He's got some good giffies that he's posted.
Yeah, exactly. So just making sure that he can get that started is what we all want to see. I know Wonder wants it as well. but with Smashville, making sure that everything is slightly more streamlined, horizontally inclined, so. But yeah, once again, baiting out that double jump, hitting him with a forward smash. You really have to be careful, especially in a lot of these tendencies. Oh. All right.
Okay, sorry about that. Back into it. I'm being called over for my melee block, and so I'm trying to let them know, like, I will finish this as soon as I can.
Oh, but still catching out with that stretching there. It looks like Studebaker still having the overall momentum of the match. Catching out with a lot more normals that we've been seeing. Wave dash forward, forward tilt, nair, jab, and then just trying to get a majority of these kills. Very fundamentally sound.
Up smash out of shield, trying to get that started.
Oh.
Wonder's shield pressure is so good right now.
Yes.
He's doing such a good job. Ooh, looks up a little early. I'm really impressed by the way Wonder's playing around Luigi's threat zones. A lot of people, like, everyone thinks, like, oh, Luigi, he's a low tier, he's mid tier, whatever, in, like, each game. But he can surprise you. He can move in ways that you don't expect. And so a lot of people, like, once they get hit by one thing, they're like, wait, what was that? And then they get hit by it again and again and again. Like, he starts rolling over people, and Wonder's doing a really good job of, like, it's clear that he knows where his spots are and what he's trying to hit. Yeah,
and it's great to see that there are so many great PM Luigis coming out. From Strat, as of recently, I Love Bagels beating Malachi. Flarp has been destroying New York as of recently, and Studebaker on the rise in Texas. You have to respect these Luigis for who they are.
There's XYK in Ohio who's been taking a bit of a break, but he's been talking about coming back again.
And XYK has been playing Icons, if I'm correct.
Yes, he's also been playing Icons. Not seen the success of Wonder, but he at one point was a top player in, what game was it? Brawlout.
Oh,
despite not really enjoying the game, but he was winning tournaments anyways. And so, like, he's somebody that you can't call out, or can't count out in any game either. All right, Stude takes that. He's trying to get this game too, and like you said, that lawnmower start, if he's able to get this and then confirm it to a strong game 3, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and you have to look at his body language now. It's definitely more leaned in. He's getting more into his, like, conversions.
He's looking more confident. Oh, magnet hands if I've ever seen any.
And it's something that we actually see from a lot of Mario characters, to be completely honest with you. Oh.
See him fall back.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to see that body language, dude.
I don't know if he's staying confident in that 59%, but...
He's shaking his head. No, he does not feel like he deserved that stock.
Yeah,
Wonder's also shaking his head. Maybe he doesn't.
I mean,
feel
Wonder
like he
was even
stock.
like, dang, that sucks, but he even tried to throw a joke. But Stude, once again, he's still... He's trying to stay as focused as possible, making sure that he can get the win because he knows that he cares about his game and his results, especially even his own brand. So...
Yeah. It's actually really funny. He was talking to me yesterday, and he's like, he's seeded to make top 8 in Icons, and he's like, it might be better for me, like brand-wise, if I don't make it and do top 8 commentary or do that instead.
But yeah, it's something you really have to keep in mind, especially as a growing player and in and out of the game. Ooh, trying to go towards battlefields as a counter pick. I think it's just making sure that it's stage conditioning at this point. This isn't a layer of Yomi that we've really discussed about, but going towards 2 stages that didn't have as intimate of platforms compared to Battlefield, who has, and when it comes to Studebaker, Wonder already knows. Studebaker isn't a platform-heavy Luigi, because in Melee, Luigi doesn't have that.
He doesn't have the wave dropping that he does in this game.
Yeah.
Jeez, just...
and dying too.
Oh, and Stude shakes his controller, shakes his head. His
Wonder doesn't care. We're going to take those. It's low-tier city. If you are going to be disappointed in your play, and that's your mentality, you have to fix it when it comes to bigger tournaments.
I know Stude said he was having issues with his controller in Melee, but his controller's been fixed. But he was so disappointed that his controller was letting him down that I wouldn't be surprised if it's now affecting him in PM as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was still great pressure, making sure to abuse the Ayaza on the back air so he can waveland back.
Oh, barely doesn't get that kill.
And to be completely honest with you, Wonder has been shining so much better in PM ever since his results in Icons.
Yeah.
He's been...
I'm a huge proponent of playing multiple platform fighters.
Oh, yeah.
I play... I know that when I was getting really into Rivals, I actually got way better at my offstage ledge game in Melee because I had to get way better at stage technique and everything like that. Like, playing different games helps you so much, and it forces you to get into situations where you're like, oh, I don't know this. How do I deal with this on a cerebral level, not just a like, oh, well, Marth did this thing, I'd better do it.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, Meta Knight just does this. It's like, okay, what are all my options? What are their options? How do I consider all of this right now?
And I probably think that is like the best strategy to ever go for when it comes to growing in platform fighters, because obviously there are different rules to each and every one.
Yeah.
But
everyone has a little bit of different physics, different everything else, yeah.
And like you were saying, it's that cerebral play more than anything else, because Smash is more mentality, or any platform fighter.
Every time Stude is getting hit, he's shaking his head. Like you can just tell that he is not feeling it right now. It's definitely a 2v1 right now of Wonder and Stude's, like, his mentality versus Stude himself. Jeez, Wonder just throwing out up smashes. He's able to confirm one of these. He's definitely at kill %.
And I think it's also eating him away that Wonder is also winning this when Stude has been super consistent. And like you said, the first thing you said...
shine. All right, it's done.
You said...
Wonder takes that 2-1. That's not what was expected. That's not what Stude expected. I don't think that's what Wonder expected.
You said it was Stude's game to lose, dude. That's exactly what you said, and that's exactly what happened. It's him crumbling and not being satisfied with him.